What does it mean to belong to a race or ethnic group? Is it biology, culture, or something more complex? From a sociological perspective, race and ethnicity aren't fixed categories. They're socially constructed meanings that evolve across time, space, and power relations. Sociology teaches us that race is not rooted in biology. Genetically, human beings are 99.9% the same. Yet, socially, racial categories have been created and maintained to structure inequality. The idea of race as we understand it today, black, white, Asian, etc., is a product of history, especially colonialism, slavery, and state power. Ethnicity, on the other hand, refers to shared cultural traits like language, religion, heritage, and customs. While race is often imposed from the outside, ethnicity is more about self-identification. But even that can be influenced by societal expectations and stereotypes. Think of how being Latino or Middle Eastern is treated differently depending on the context, despite the diversity within these groups. W.E.B. Du Bois, one of the founding figures of American sociology, introduced the concept of double consciousness, the internal conflict experienced by subordinated or colonized groups in an oppressive society. For Black Americans, this meant seeing oneself through the eyes of a racist society while trying to hold on to one's own sense of self. Later theorists like Stuart Hall examined cultural identity and argued that identity is not fixed, it's fluid, changing across contexts and shaped by power. We are constantly negotiating who we are, based on how others see us and how we see ourselves. Sociologists emphasize that race is performed and reinforced through interaction, in schools, media, workplaces, and even in everyday conversations. Erving Goffman's theory of dramaturgy reminds us that identity is something we perform in front of others, adjusting based on the setting. This applies to racial and ethnic identities too. Many people code switch between cultural expressions depending on the social context. Contemporary scholars like Eduardo Bonilla-Silva critique colorblind racism, where people claim not to see race while ignoring systemic inequalities. Others like Kimberlé Crenshaw highlight intersectionality, how race, gender, class, and other identities overlap to produce unique forms of discrimination and privilege. Sociology doesn't just ask what race and ethnicity are, but how they operate in real life. It helps us see identity not just as personal, but political, shaped by history, institutions, and relationships of power. If this made you think differently about identity and society, hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe to my channel. Together, let's keep unpacking the world through a sociological lens.